Alors bonjour à tous, aujourd'hui nous sommes avec Charlotte McCormack qui est directrice des relations publiques du salon MacWorld et on va lui poser en fait quelques questions sur le salon 2009 et puis sur la prochaine édition parce que vous savez que MacWorld continue même sans Apple. So let's start from what's your feeling regarding this year? This was the last MacWorld with Apple.
Well, it was definitely a disappointment and a shock coming into the event and having Apple pull out of it. And for a while there, we weren't quite sure what to expect this year. But we had a strong attendance. We had 40,000 attendees and almost 500 exhibitors come this year. We haven't seen that wane off at all. So the expo halls are still vibrant, and it's 2 hours left of the show, and there's still a lot of folks here. So overall, I think we maintained the excitement for this year's event, and our attendees are happy.
A few exhibitors canceled, like Adobe, for instance.
You mean in terms of them pulling out of the event as well?
Yeah.
Yes. Well, Adobe had their own reasons for doing that. They didn't pull out of the event entirely. They were still here on site holding sessions and working with customers here. The only thing they did was they decided not to have booth space this year. It's not uncommon for that to happen in the events industry. It happens to all our events, and Adobe has not said they won't come back. They just this year had to, for whatever reasons, pull out. But it's very
maybe regarding the crisis or something.
Well, it could be the economic conditions right now. Trade shows are expensive for exhibitors, and that may be a cause for them and anybody else. And we really didn't see a lot of that. Adobe was pretty much the only one outside of Apple that made these big splashes this year.
So there will be a MacWorld in 2010.
It's written everywhere.
Yes, if you can't tell, it's on our signage, it's on our banners. There will indeed be a MacWorld 2010 right here in Moscone Center, January 4th through 8th.
And you have some adjustment to make for the next show?
Of course, because we're going to have to take the show in a little bit different direction. We're going to have to evolve the show in a different way now, and it's almost like a launch show now again, because we're going to be doing a lot of different things. We held a town hall meeting this week. I don't know if you know about that, but we got up the management and we talked about our visions for the 2010 event, and we invited every attendee at MacWorld to come and hear what we had to say, but also contribute their ideas and suggestions for what they'd like to see at MacWorld next year. And I want to say it was about 400 people came to it, and we had some really, really great feedback from attendees, exhibitors, and media. Things like adding more games.
Definitely, we need some games.
Some more gaming companies.
For the kids.
Exactly, for the kids, for us too.
Yeah.
But adding more games. Some people want to see more pricing packages so they can go to the conference for maybe just a day. Maybe they don't want all 5 days. Maybe they want one day. Some people want to see the event move to different cities. So although we're contracted for San Francisco next year, that is something that we're looking at in the future. Maybe doing a New York, or somebody else wanted it in Dallas, so things like that came out of it. So the event will be back next year. We're excited. We're already starting to work on plan for next year's event, and it's going to be good.
And you're also thinking of free entrance for attendee, or?
Yes. Actually, right now, people can register online at macworldexpo.com for a free exhibit hall pass for next year's event.
How will you do with all the Apple products that are being presented on the Apple booth?
Well,
will there be a new booth dedicated to Apple, or?
No, Apple won't have a presence here next year. That's a fact. They've come out and said that they don't feel that they need to be a part of this event with all the stores that they have and the people that go through those stores.
Each and every week, now 3.4 million customers visit an Apple store around the world. That's unbelievable, unbelievable. And I'm sorry, I have to make the comparison. That's 100 MacWorlds each and every week going on around the world in our Apple stores. So it's no wonder that what's happening with these stores is just so important to us.
But I think what is really important that a lot of people don't realize is that 90% of the products that you see down on this show floor behind me, 90% are not in those Apple stores. You got to come here to see them.
And there is also a room for small developers to show their products.
Exactly. Now the developers can get a little bit more attention, and for the exhibitors, it's actually with Apple gone. Apple, as you know, kind of steals the show from an announcement standpoint, from a press standpoint. This might give some of the other exhibitors an opportunity for their news to kind of, resonate a little bit more during the event and get more press pickup for them. So I'm not saying it's great that Apple's not with us anymore, but we will move on and we will be successful.
This may be a hard question, but what is your true feeling about the Apple move? I mean, they just announced they will withdraw from the show 1 week before the show?
2 weeks essentially before the show pretty much is when they announced it. And yeah, it's disappointing. We wish we'd had more notice. We weren't anticipating it, but they did what they did. And
What do you think about their explanation regarding that?
I take it at face value. They say, they do. Apple doesn't need MacWorld, to launch their products. They launch their products very successfully throughout the year, doing their own events. WWDC.
It's true only for Apple products, not for all the other stuff in the Mac context.
Exactly why this event needs to continue and prosper. So, yeah, personally, we're all disappointed and wish it was we had a little bit more timing. But they said that they don't need the event, and that's their business. That's them.
Okay. I have a last question. Do you expect a more development-oriented show, or more creative, or more?
Yeah, I think a little bit of everything. We're talking about we want to see developers here. We want to see good software products, good hardware products. We're also good and games.
So it will remain a major Mac show.
Absolutely, it will very much remain a Mac show. This is the largest gathering of Mac enthusiasts in the world. We've got 40,000 people here, so I don't think you just can't wipe that away.
And also, we can say the press need this event.
Well, exactly. We love all our international press. We get so many international press here. It's fantastic.
Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot. Merci beaucoup, Charlotte. Et puis à l'année prochaine. See you next year.
See you next year, 2010.